Hello and you're welcome back to my channel. I believe you are doing great. So today journey with me to the northern region. Let's make tea set. So I have with me locust beans or Dawadawa, then shrimps powder, chopped ginger, chopped garlic, chopped onions, red and green habanero pepper, my meat and ayoyo. So to begin with, I'll transfer all my chopped spices into the blender and blend. And these spices I'm using part for the meat and the other for the stew. I give it enough water to do the blending. Alright, so once it's done blending, I'll just go ahead and transfer my meat into a saucepan. Add some of the spices, the blended spices. Like I said, I will be using parts for the meat and the rest for my stew. So I'll give it my beef season since I'm using cow meat, and then salt to taste. Then mix everything together and give it enough water. Then I take it to a boil. Enough water because this meat is very tough, so it needs enough water to be able to cook and become tender. Alright, so whilst my meat is still cooking, I'll continue with my stew. So in a pan, I'll add my red oil and my blended spices, like I said, the rest. And once it's cooked, I'll add my tomato paste. And once that is also cooked, then I add my blended tomatoes. This is actually the fresh one. So I'll allow this to cook as well. Then I continue. Okay, so here I can add my meat now. Although the stew is not ready, but since my meat is tough, I will love to add it here. And when I add it here, it's able to mix with the stew and it combines very well, which brings out a nice taste in the stew. And by so doing, my meat will also be able to cook and become very tender since it's so tough. Alright, just look at our stew, and I was taught this stew needs to be a running stew, not a thick stew. So I'll just set the stew aside since it's ready, and in a pan with water, I add my green habanero pepper, my shrimps powder, and then the Dawadawa or locust beans, and add some chopped onions. I'll be taking this to a boil for 2 to 3 minutes. Then I add my diluted or dissolved saltpetre. I'll tell you why I'm using the dissolved one. So I can now add my ayoyo. Alright, so guys, I use a dissolved saltpetre because when you use it while in a rock form, it has some small stones which I do not like. Like when you are eating and you chew that thing, it's not funny at all. So I rather prefer to dissolve it and then use the water to prevent my food from having those stones. That's why I use the dissolved one. Alright, so as you can see, it's cooking and coming out very well. So this is ready, and I'm going to be running it in the blender since I do not have the sticks to beat it. But if you have the sticks, you can use it. But I will be running it in a blender. I'm not actually blending because I don't want it to be smooth. Yes, so I'm done. And as you can see, it's not well blended. It's very rough, and that's how I want it. And I'll be taking this back to the fire because I'll give it an amount of salt. And the salt I'm giving it is not to taste because my stew is already having salt to taste. So I'm just adding something small here so that when I add it to the stew, when I serve and I add the stew and mix it with this green, the salt will blend. That's why I'm actually adding small salt here. So while this is on fire, my TZ water is also already on fire, getting ready. So this is my corn flour or TZ flour, and this is also my Kokontey flour or cassava flour. So I'll be using part of the TZ flour to prepare my porridge. And in this porridge, we don't add the Kokontey flour. It's just the TZ or the corn flour that we use. Okay, so since my water is boiling, I can now add it and allow this to also boil before I continue with the TZ. But I'm going to be mixing all my flour, the Kokontey and then the TZ or the corn flour. I'm going to be mixing everything and I'll mix it very well. And if you can see well, my Kokontey flour or cassava flour is more than my TZ flour. That is because I don't want the TZ to be hard. But if you do it 50-50, your TZ might not be able to stay for a longer time, then it becomes very hard. So once my porridge has boiled, I will proceed with the cooking of the TZ. And guys, this is your girl Miss Ruth as usual. If you are new in this channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe and let's keep winning together. Alright, so here guys, if you have somebody at home who can help you with the pouring of the flour while you're stirring, please let the person help you because this TZ does not like play at all. Once you waste a little time, it becomes lumpy. So if you have somebody at home who can help you, please let a person help you to prevent lumps in your TZ. But I don't have anybody, so I did it like I always do, alone. But God help me, my TZ is not really having lumps. Okay, so I'm going to be adding the porridge in bits until I'm done adding everything. If you add everything at a go, it's very difficult to get it together. So it's best you add it in bits. And you need to cook this on a high heat. You don't cook TZ on a low heat. So as you can see, my TZ is ready. Somebody say, how do I know it's ready? When it's ready, it becomes more sticky. Although from the beginning it is sticky, but when it's ready, it becomes more sticky. So that's how you know your TZ is ready. So here, this is where I love most. Since my everything is ready, I'll just dish in a bowl because I'm going to be eating right away. So the leftover I'll wrap in wrappers and put them down for second hand. Okay, so I didn't really get a white Kokontey flour, so my tea set is not really looking like it should, but it's tea set. So if you get a white one, it will come out as it should come out. So guys, this is a side I love so much. Food is ready from the onset. I don't like it, but here, because it's ready and we just do the shoulder. I love this part the most. Thank you so much for staying with me. Now do want to try this at home and let me know in the comment section how this video has been helpful. Until my next upload, the Lord be with you.